Okay, we're going to continue on with ranges and characteristics of sounds of instruments, and this is going to be the trombone. Now, keep in mind there really are a couple different trombones, bass trombone and tenor. There's actually alto in those, but the ones you want to be concerned with is bass trombone and trombone. And I'll explain the differences because sometimes it's a little confusing. Bass trombone and a tenor trombone can have what's called an F attachment, and that allows them to play lower notes. But the lowest notes, called pedal notes, can be played by both. And these are generally avoided, but just so you know, sometimes we can go all the way down to a low F, even lower actually, but I thought I would just cut it off at a low F. Up to B flat are called pedal tones. And pedal tones can be used in certain areas. I would generally avoid them, but I can't say that I would, totally avoid them because they are playable even by, somewhat not pro players, but even like high school. I remember playing, really loud pedal Fs in marching band in high school, and things like that. So you can put those in there for effect. Just going back a minute, we are in bass clef, and we are written as it sounds. So anything you write on the piano or on the staff from the piano is going to be sounded. You don't have to transpose. It's a non-transposing instrument. So pedal notes can be played by both bass trombone and tenor trombone. Bass trombone, obviously, a little easier. It's got a bigger mouthpiece, and it is easier to play. Once we go from, we get up to B natural, a low B natural, that is where you're going to need that F attachment. And an F attachment, if you've ever seen a trombone, you see a little extra tubing on the instrument itself. That's an F attachment. Bass trombones actually have, many of them, two attachments to allow them to play notes closer in, not having to reach their arm way out, and play those, especially in more fast passages. But for the most part, you'll want to avoid all of these. For most, even if I know there's going to be a bass trombone and I'm writing for a specific band, I will sometimes use these. But I generally stay from low E because this is played by both tenor and bass. This is the lowest tenor trombone note other than the pedal tone. So we have this gap in here that you'll have to be aware of when you're writing for just a regular chart. Maybe it's going to be played by high school. I would not suspect that a lot of high schools have bass trombones. They're more expensive, they're more specialized. So unless it's a real large school, has a great music program, probably not going to have bass trombone. So low E is going to be your target point. You can see I've got a little different kind of note here all the way up to G. So that's going to be our practical range, and I'll explain higher in just a second. So we have tenor and bass being able to play up here. Once we hit B flat, we're getting into more of the tenor trombone sound. It's low, but it's very centered. Down here, it's a little more bass trombone-y. You're not going to have like melodic lines probably down here unless you have a bass trombone solo or something, as far as written notes. B flat, we're getting up here's right in the third trombone area, around there. Once we get above C and D, that's when you'll start writing more for the section. It's low, but it's centered. And moving on, my real sweet spot for this instrument is basically from F or so. I've written here G, but F can be up to this G, so a little an octave or maybe a little more. Once we reach A flat above the G, we're getting into a higher range, and it's going to be brighter. It's going to be, for the most part, covered by first trombone, and I take it all the way up to C. My kind of high point is B flat. I try not to go above B flat because B flat, even for high school, is pushing it just a hair. But a lot of high school students can play an A flat and maybe an A, and even up to B flat. Once we hit C, that's probably the tip top of the range. So if you want to have an extended range, go from E all the way up to high C. But I like to stay in G, A flat, A area because I never know who's going to be playing the music, and it makes it much more playable for everybody. Once we get above C, that's the extreme register. For somebody like Bill Watrous, that was probably a middle register. But anyway, you want to avoid those in writing because you just never know who's going to be able to play above a high C. And this goes all the way up to high F. So you will want to avoid those unless you're writing for like the airman of note or something, and you know that the first guy can play a high F. I would avoid it. So let me play these for you. The other thing I want to mention is never change clef. You see that the first thing that people think of is, wow, there's a lot of ledger lines up there. I'm just going to write this in treble clef, and it'll be a lot easier for the trombone player to read. I've even seen tenor clef in some Claire Fisher charts. I've seen tenor clef, and all that does is mess with the trombone player's mind. He is used to reading a lot of ledger lines. Believe me, the first trombone player has no problem with all those ledger lines. So don't change clefs on trombone players. We just get pissed off when that happens. So somebody might have a different view on that, but for me, and every trombone player I've ever known, does not want all kinds of different clef changes in their thing. Orchestral music, they're used to it. They go to tenor clef all the time, sometimes alto clef, but they don't go to treble clef in orchestral music. Not that I've ever heard of, but I suppose it could be somebody out there that did that. But for the most part, orchestral music is tenor clef and alto clef if they are going to change in the upper register. But don't do that in the jazz and combo and big band stuff. So let me play these for you. Get an idea. Once we hit E up to G, you're going to hear that it's basically a sweet spot right in this area here for trombone. So thanks a lot, and I'll be back soon.